How y'all doing today? It's your boy Dez on the podcast. Dez Verified. Glad to be back. Glad to be back.
Three always been like a bitch.
Let's get it started with a new episode.
Old nigga, I feel, but my
We're gonna
culture
get
shit
in
don't
about the
really know.
sports. Let's get it started.
Young gold nigga,
Yeah.
young gold nigga, young gold nigga. My knees hurt, young gold nigga, young gold nigga. My knees hurt, still in the man. Yeah, young gold nigga, young gold nigga. Yeah, still in the club with the young nigga.
Shout out to my boy Mr. Organic. Thank you for that. That's just how I feel right now. Welcome back to the pod. This your boy Dez. We about to get into some sports for you guys. So the last time I talked to you guys, we were focusing on the NBA. We got Dallas and Boston, and I haven't tapped in since Game 1. Let me go on record by saying this is like the worst finals I've seen. Not to down any team, but Boston is doing their thing. I think I said before, checking in, Boston looks like they're really hungry. They look like a team that's been there several times and seen disappointment, and they just sick of it. They just sick of it, and they look like a complete, put together team right now. They are not my team, not a favorite of mine, but I gotta respect the game and how they're playing. I think right now they are only rotating 8 players because everybody in the starting five is doing pretty good, and the 3 coming off the bench is doing great as well. So shout out to Boston. Dallas, I don't know what it is. I pretty much thought Kyrie was, him not playing good. I thought with him playing good with Luka, they could pull it off, but that's not the answer. The last game I watched, Kyrie put up like 35 points. I may be off a point or two, but and even with Luka playing, it was no answer for Boston. They came out looking good, and it really didn't matter. Tatum, Brown, Drew Holiday. It didn't matter where you was getting it from. Everybody, White. It didn't matter who was playing. They all contributed. The whole team, it was evenly spread across the board. So with that being said, today is Friday. They play tonight at 8 or 8:30 in Dallas, and I gotta tell you guys, I'm expecting a sweep. To be honest with you, there's nothing I see that Dallas can do to stop Boston. And I think Boston's going to come out with even more energy than we've seen before because they're right there and can taste the championship. And I mean, if it were me, they don't want to go back to Boston for another game. They rather go home for a parade. So that's what I foresee going on tonight. But even if Dallas finds a way to pull it off and get a game, you still got to go back to Boston. So, we'll see. I got Boston finishing it up tonight. And, quite frankly, they might as well so we can move on to some other sport or whatever. What else we got? It was something I forgot to touch base on. Adrian Broner fought last week, and it was wild. I could have actually made a vlog or podcast just talking about that fight. It was so funny because going into the fight, Broner was doing what he does best. My man was really, really, really running his mouth. And he took it a step further. He went he went more into at the little weigh-in or whatever when they was talking. He wasn't just talking about whipping his butt. He was talking about pulling out the strap, and he got them real hitters with him and all of that. And the dude he was fighting was just sitting there looking, and I was like, "What is wrong with this dude? Like, you went from I don't know which way you went, but you wasn't even talking about boxing, and then to get in the ring in the beginning of the second round and get your tooth knocked out your mouth was like retirement at its finest for me. You need to go. You need to sit down. Actually, I would prefer to see Bronner do a podcast from now on. Because he can talk that trash, but you can't fight no more, bro. You got hit so hard with a clean shot, with a two-piece. You got hit so hard, you slid. My man, hold up. You got hit so hard, my man slid on his shoulder back to the corner of the ring, looking like you was doing some type of stomp the yard move, the Chris Brown move in the movie. You look like you was trying to do the stomp the yard joint, and then you got up and was looking. I thought you was looking for your mouthpiece, but you was looking for your tooth. The ref picked your mouthpiece up and put it back in your mouth, and you got the nerve, the undelegated gall to shout out to Stephen A. I got that from him. you got the nerve after the fight when you lost by decision, by unanimous decision, to get up there and say you don't care what nobody say, you won the fight. Bro, what fight did you win? It wasn't the fight that was going on in that ring, but you know, it is what it is. You need to retire, bro. So we shouldn't see a repeat of that ever again from you. It should be from like another boxer or something. So if you didn't get to see it, I mean, and then my man got a meme going around on all the social networking where he took a picture with his tooth missing. Like, you lost some furniture. My man lost his love seat right in the front of his mouth. That's crazy. But shout out to Bronner. You still talk that trash, so we give him a round of applause for that. What else I got in the boxing news? So I don't know if you guys saw, but I use a couple sources to get the information that I use, and I was watching Cam and Mace this morning talk about some things, and they was talking about the Saudi Arabia's Turkey Alaskan. He wants one boxing league. So pretty much, and I had to get a full understanding. They did a great job at explaining it, but the question that was asked was, do you think that this is something that would benefit boxing? And listening to the guys debate about it, it looks like something we need to see happen. If I'm not mistaken, these guys was talking about that this guy from Saudi Arabia was going to pay like $4 billion to get all of the boxers to come over there and just fight. So let me back up. The reason they were saying why we weren't getting the fights that we wanted to see, all of the main cards and all of that stuff, everybody we want to see fight, is because people wasn't meeting the demands for the amounts that they wanted to get paid. So somebody getting 10 mil and another person getting 20 mil, the difference that they couldn't generate or come to terms to agree with. So we weren't seeing these big fights. So basically, this guy from over in Saudi Arabia is saying, if that's it, if that's all it takes, we can pay y'all. We'll pay whatever. $4 billion should cover it. But we want one league, all the belts, all the boxes. Y'all come over here. Y'all go over there to Dubai. Go over there, fight. And if y'all want to see these fights, y'all come over here, or you pay to see it, on TV or whatever. So if that's what it takes, if he's going to do that, I'm a big fan of that, because I want to see everybody fight. No excuses. If it's only money and they're going to put up the money, I'm sure they're going to get it back tenfold. But if that's the case, then yeah, let's see if this happens. I'm a fan of that. Now we can see whoever fight whoever, and there's no excuses at all, because everybody gets paid, and then we'll see what's what. So that should be interesting. If you heard something about it, or read up on it, or saw it and got something to put to it, just drop a comment below. I listened to it a little bit. That's the only place I've heard that, but I haven't watched like Sports Center and stuff yet. So that is very interesting, and I like to get you guys' take on that. Outside of that, we got Tank fighting Frank Martin this weekend. This should be a pretty interesting fight. Like I said before, I expect to see Tank win, but you never know. You never know. So my deal is, I never heard of Frank Martin before, but right now I was watching some footage of Tank talk about him, and he said he feels he deserves to get a shot. Tank was saying that when he first got his shot, he was 16-0, and the guy that he fought, I forgot who it was he fought. I got to do my research, but the guy that he fought was like 21-0 and gave him a shot, and that's where he got his start. And that guy took the chance and lost the fight to Tank. So that was an interesting take that I saw on that, and that was pretty good. So Tank saying Frank Martin is like 12-0 or something like that, and said he put up some pretty decent fights against some good opponents. So he's giving this guy the chance. So, and then, I probably saw the same video that you guys saw of them at the press conference where him and Tank was talking trash, and Tank made him jump. If you ask me, Tank made him jump to catch the little reaction time. And if that's any, it was funny, first of all, but it looked like something on some little, when we was little and you make somebody flinch. That's exactly what Tank did. But if you look at it, I don't care how good the guy was, he had a delayed reaction to it. It was just like, okay, so if you matching this, you need to be ready at all times. And then these days, press conferences, all of that, because people get smacked up in the boxing industry. So it's going to be interesting, but that fight is tomorrow night, Saturday night, and it looks like they got a pretty good undercard as well. Quite a few nice boxing matches going on. I know one of them is Benavidez. He's fighting. Let's see who we got. Yeah, Tank versus Frank Martin is the actual main event. Benavidez versus Gavaskadik, or whatever his name it is. I don't know who he is. I'm not even going to mess his name up on video. But yeah, we got some pretty good undercards going on. So it looks like it's about 2 or 3 fights before the main card. So check it out. Got nothing to do that night. See a good match, especially if we're not going to see this the finals get extended or anything. So right now it's looking like they're gonna get swept. But y'all, you can check it out on check out the lineup on Premier Boxing on Instagram, and that's pretty much it. It looks like Porzingis is gonna be out for the rest of the games that goes on for the finals. The injury he has, he tore his retina calum or whatever, some muscle that's inside the foot or whatever. Whatever he tore, he won't. It's going to take a few weeks, so we won't see Porzingis until next season. Outside of that, I'm just looking forward to the fight. We'll catch some WNBA this weekend. The girls been playing pretty good. I wanna, I'm still getting to know a lot of the players in the women's league, but the main ones I've been watching, and it's been pretty interesting. So I saw Caitlin Clark get shut down the other night. She got held to 10 points one game. So somebody was putting up some great defense on her. So that's all I got today, guys. I'm going to tap back in after the fight and with the results of the finals, or see where we go from here. Remember, like, share, subscribe, drop a comment below. For all those that's interested, that doesn't want to watch the YouTube video, I am doing a podcast. I'm doing a podcast version of the show as well, so you can just listen. And it is what it is. It's Dez Verified. Check it out. I get with you guys. I'm out.
Yeah. Spotlight, moonlight, nigga, why you tripping? Get your